Next topic is transition from IPv4 to IPv version 6. It takes a considerable amount of time before every system in the internet can move from IPv4 to IPv6. Means what does this mean? That suppose all the new systems are coming with the functionality of or with the support of Internet Protocol version 6. But many old systems are also working and connected to internet. Suppose these new ones and old ones try to interconnect with each other, then there must be a way to transition from IPv4 to IPv6. So that means there must be a smooth way. This transition must be smooth to prevent any problems between IPv4 and IPv6 systems. Why does this transition needs to be smooth? Because the old systems which have IPv4 and the new systems which have IPv6 can be interconnected with internet. So there are three different strategies through which this transition from IPv4 to IPv6 can take place. First one is dual stack, second one is tunneling, third is header translation. Now what is dual stack? See, its name is dual stack. What does that? Every node or each node which is having the capability of IPv6 must have the capability of IPv4. So how does this dual stack technique work or dual stack strategy works? That a station must run IPv4 and IPv6 simultaneously until all the internet uses Internet Protocol version 6. See, if a IPv6 node wants to send data to IPv4, then it must send through IPv4 datagrams. How does this sender IPv6 knows that it can send IPv6 packet or IPv4? It can take the help from domain name service, means DNS. If the DNS returns an IPv4 address, the source host sends an IPv4 packet. If the DNS returns an IPv6 address, the source host sends an IPv6 packet. But let us suppose in this example, here we have source that is IPv6 and source A that can support IPv6, and we have destination F that can support IPv6, but the intermediate routers can support only IPv4. So in this case, despite of the sender and receiver have the ability to send or receive packets in the IPv6 format, but they will send and receive data through IPv4 because the intermediate routers are enabled for Internet Protocol version 4 only. Next technique is tunneling technique. What does this tunneling technique means? Suppose here for source A, which is of IPv6, and source destination F, which is of IPv6, and there are routers which are of IPv4, means data travels through this tunnel and returns in the form of IPv6. because in the case of dual stack, we have to send only IPv4 packets only, despite of sender and receiver are of IPv6. But to remove this deficiency of dual stack, the solution for this is tunneling, where if a sender is IPv6 and the receiver is also IPv6 and the intermediate routers are IPv4, then we should create a tunnel. In the tunneling process, the IPv6 packet is encapsulated in an IPv4 packet when it enters this region. Means this router can support IPv6, but this at point C or at router C, this router can support only IPv4. So we created a tunnel, but what does this tunnel means? This tunnel means that IPv6 packet goes through the tunnel at one end and emerges at the another end. But how does it happen? IPv6 packet is encapsulated in an IPv4 packet when it enters this tunnel region and leaves the capsule when it exits the region. Means here at this point it this packet IPv6 is encapsulated in IPv4 packet, and after at point D it reconverts it into IPv6 packet. So this is tunneling approach. Now the third approach is header translation. What does header translation means? That if there is an IPv6 region here and here the source is IPv6 and destination is of IPv4, then source can transmit IPv6 header. How it is different from dual stack? For dual stack, it can only send IPv4 packet. But here, the source can send IPv6 packet, and this IPv6 header is translated into IPv4. Where does this happen? At this position. Now means from this router it will convert IPv6 header to IPv4 header. How does this translation happens? The IPv6 mapped addresses is changed to an IPv4 address by extracting the rightmost 32 bits. The value of IPv6 priority field is discarded. Why this value is discarded? Because there is no such field in IPv4. The type of service field in IPv4 is set to 0 because type of service field is absent in IPv6. The checksum for IPv4 is calculated and inserted in the corresponding field. Because this checksum field is absent in IPv6 and it is done by the upper layers. So this field has to be inserted by calculating. The flow label is ignored because there is no field in IPv4 named as flow label. Compatible extension headers are converted to options and inserted in IPv4 header. Why? Because all the options parts of IPv4 are done in extension headers of IPv6. The length of IPv4 header is calculated and inserted into the corresponding field. Why the header length has to be calculated? Because header length is fixed in IPv6 but it has to be calculated in IPv4. The total length of IPv4 packet is calculated and inserted in the corresponding field. Why? Because the total length field is present in IPv4 header but absent in IPv6 header.